Welcome to Entirely Self-Care, where we understand the struggle of comparing ourselves to others. It's a common cycle, a trap that's easy to fall into, but today, we're taking a step away from it. We're embarking on a journey to stop comparing yourself to others and instead, fostering a deep, abiding love for yourself. We're going to unwrap the layers of this journey, providing you with practical tips and strategies that you can apply in your daily life. From understanding the comparison trap to cultivating self-awareness, celebrating your achievements, setting personal goals, practicing self-compassion, limiting social media use, and building a supportive circle, we've got it all covered. Each of these steps are designed to help you navigate away from the comparison trap and towards a healthier relationship with yourself. So, stay with us as we delve into the journey towards self-love and away from comparison. It's important to recognize that the comparison trap affects us all. At some point, we've all looked at someone else and thought, if only I could be more like them. But the more we compare ourselves to others, the more we chip away at our mental well-being. It's like being stuck in quicksand. The more we struggle, the deeper we sink. This constant comparison can lead to feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, and even depression. But here's the good news. Everyone, yes, everyone, experiences moments of comparison. It's a universal experience, but it's also a habit that we can break. It's not about never comparing ourselves to others. It's about not letting these comparisons determine our self-worth or happiness. It's about understanding that our value isn't relative to someone else's success or failure. Remember, overcoming the comparison trap is a process, one that starts with understanding. Our first practical tip is to cultivate self-awareness. This is a key step in breaking free from the chains of comparison. Recognizing when we're comparing ourselves to others is the first stride towards change. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Suddenly, we can see what's always been there, but we were unaware of. So how do we cultivate this self-awareness? Journaling is a great place to start. Try to note down those moments when you find yourself slipping into comparison. Ask yourself, what triggered this? How did it make me feel? Reflect on these instances and understand your patterns. Another exercise is mindfulness. Simply taking a few minutes each day to sit quietly and focus on your thoughts without judgment can give you a clearer insight into your mind. By becoming more self-aware, you can identify when comparison creeps in and choose to steer your thoughts in a more positive direction. Next, we encourage you to celebrate your achievements. In our journey of self-love, it's crucial to acknowledge our own progress. All too often, we overlook our accomplishments, focusing instead on what we've yet to achieve. But this journey is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about recognizing the steps we've taken, the hurdles we've overcome, and the growth we've experienced. So how can we make celebrating our achievements a habit? One effective way is to keep a success journal or a gratitude list. Each day, jot down your victories, no matter how small they may seem. Did you finish a project at work? Write it down. Did you cook a healthy meal instead of ordering takeout? That's another victory. This practice not only helps us appreciate our achievements, but also makes us more aware of our progress. Remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory worth celebrating. Our third practical tip is to set personal goals. Setting personal goals is an incredibly powerful tool to keep your focus on your own journey. This is not about setting goals to be better than someone else or to achieve what they have. It's about focusing on your own aspirations, your own dreams, and your own potential. When setting these goals, it's essential to ensure they are realistic and align with your values. If your goals don't resonate with your core beliefs, they can feel hollow and unfulfilling. So take some time to reflect on what truly matters to you. What do you want to achieve in life? What are your passions? What values do you hold dear? Remember, your goals should serve as a guide, not a dictator. They are there to inspire and motivate you, not to make you feel guilty or inadequate. So set goals that excite you, that challenge you, and most importantly, that make you happy. By setting personal goals, you focus on your journey, not someone else's. Fourthly, we want to emphasize the importance of practicing self-compassion. Often, we are our own harshest critics, judging ourselves more harshly than we would others. But it's crucial to remember that we all are perfectly imperfect human beings, learning and growing each day. Self-compassion involves treating ourselves with the same kindness, understanding, and forgiveness that we'd extend to a close friend. It's about acknowledging our flaws but not letting them define us. So, how do we cultivate self-compassion? One way is through affirmations. Positive self-talk like, "I am enough just as I am," or "It's okay to make mistakes, that's how I learn," can be powerful tools. Another effective approach is practicing mindfulness. This means being present in the moment and accepting our thoughts and feelings without judgment. In essence, self-compassion is about being kind to ourselves, even when we stumble. Remember, self-compassion is a key ingredient in the recipe for self-love. Our fifth practical tip is to limit social media use. In our digitally connected world, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to the carefully curated online personas of others. These seemingly perfect lives, filtered and polished to a high sheen, can have a detrimental effect on our self-esteem, leaving us feeling inadequate and dissatisfied with our own lives. But remember, social media is not a mirror of reality. It is a highlight reel, often obscuring the struggles, failures, and ordinary moments that make up the bulk of our lives. So, how can we establish a healthier relationship with these platforms? For starters, set boundaries. Allocate specific times of the day for social media use and stick to it. Secondly, unfollow accounts that trigger feelings of inadequacy or comparison. Instead, fill your feed with positivity and inspiration that align with your values and interests. By consciously curating your social media use, you can reduce comparison and foster self-love. Lastly, we recommend building a supportive circle. It's an essential step in the journey towards self-love and away from destructive comparison. Imagine a net of positive influences, a network of people who inspire, uplift, and remind you of your unique value. It's not about gathering the largest crowd, but about surrounding yourself with those who see and appreciate your authentic self. These are the people who will celebrate your victories, pick you up when you stumble, and challenge you to grow while respecting your pace. Seek out these relationships in your life. They could be friends, family members, mentors, or even communities that share your interests or values. It's about quality over quantity. And remember, this supportive circle is not just about receiving support, but also about giving it. As you uplift others, you'll find yourself uplifted too. A supportive circle can serve as a reminder of your worth when you find yourself slipping into comparison. We've discussed a lot today, so let's summarize. We began by acknowledging the common struggle of comparison, the invisible trap that can often negatively impact our mental well-being. Remember, comparison is a universal experience, but it's not an insurmountable hurdle. We then dove into our first practical tip, cultivating self-awareness. Recognizing when we're falling into the comparison trap is the first step towards breaking free. Through journaling and reflection, we can become more mindful of our thoughts and actions. Next, we celebrated our achievements. We emphasized the importance of acknowledging our own progress and how keeping a success journal or gratitude list can help us appreciate our journey. We also discussed the power of setting personal goals. By focusing on our own aspirations and aligning them with our values, we can carve out our own path, independent of others. Our fourth tip was practicing self-compassion. Treating ourselves with kindness and understanding is the cornerstone of self-love. Remember, we're human and it's okay to not be perfect. We also touched upon the role of social media and its impact on our self-esteem. By limiting our use and setting boundaries, we can foster a healthier relationship with these platforms. Lastly, we underscored the importance of building a supportive circle. Surrounding ourselves with positive influences can uplift us and inspire us to be the best version of ourselves. So, there you have it. Understanding the comparison trap, cultivating self-awareness, celebrating achievements, setting personal goals, practicing self-compassion, limiting social media use, and building a supportive circle. We hope these practical tips will guide you on your journey to stop comparing yourself with others and instead start loving yourself. We invite you to like, subscribe, and share your experiences or tips in the comments section. Every journey is different, every story is unique. Your experiences could be the beacon of hope for someone else on their path to self-love. Remember, your journey is unique and beautiful, just like you. Embrace your individuality and cherish the transformative power of self-love.